All right, so I think we're live. My name is Adrian Czerwiec, a software engineer at Software Mention, and today with me we've got
Tomek.
and
Thor.
yeah, from Google, from Gemini DeepMind, and today we're gonna be playing a game. So what is that game?
We're gonna play Deep Sea Stories, which is a pretty cool AI game that we made. Hopefully, some of you have at least seen the trailer that I made. I hope you liked it.
Yes, and like what's the game? What's the game about? So the game is a technological demo of product we work on at Software Mention. So it's a Fishjam. It's a platform for media conferences and live streaming. So basically, if you have an app and you want to implement such conferences or live streaming, you can use our service to achieve that without setting up any infrastructure. And today, we want to play the game that's called Deep Sea Stories. And it's basically a game in which you ask the MC of the game yes or no questions that's gonna help you to uncover the whole mystery that's you've been presented with.
Yeah.
And this is a game with an AI voice agent. So we used Google Live API to actually have such agent, right? And it's gonna be the MC of the game.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm
All right.
excited.
Yeah. Me too. Like, who isn't?
All right. So why we've used Gemini? We've used Gemini because we've launched Fishjam agent. So actually, that's the feature behind such a possibility to connect to the such agents. So we basically have a conference room that right now we're talking on. So I can talk with Thor. It's like a Fishjam room.
It's like we're in the same room, but we actually aren't.
Yeah. And then using the Fishjam agents, we can have like another peer in the room that listens to hold the conversation and send it over to Gemini in this case. And Gemini is the first model that we have an official integration.
Yeah, like
with.
a full proper integration with. Others are also like supported, but take a bit more time to actually get working.
All right. Do you have any guys questions for right now? I'm just gonna quickly
open the stream.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Okay. So what are the rules of the game? Basically, we enter the room, and then also an agent
Joins us.
joins the game with us, and then it introduces a story that we're gonna choose, and we're basically going to ask the questions, the agent, and then we will try to uncover the whole mystery behind the story. All right, so I think we can move over to the game, right?
Yeah. Let's show what the game looks like. There we go. Gonna share our screen. And we've got it running. So yeah, this is the UI of the game.
Do you know all the stories already? That's what I'm concerned about.
I know one story well, but
I might know all of them. I may or may not know all of them. That's all I'm going to say.
So now you've spilled the whole story about the Thor is actually going to be the one asking the questions. But yeah, we're also gonna sprinkle some from ourselves. So what's gonna be the story from? What's going to be the first story?
Well, the first story is gonna be the first story. So we're gonna choose the first story, which is the diver in the forest.
So what do we have here? A man is found.
No point in reading it. We can actually just listen to it.
Okay, all right.
So let's start it.
Hey, agent, are you here with us?
Hey, Gemini, can you say something? Oh, it looks like Gemini's kind of shy right now.
Ah, that's a classic
Yeah, it's a
live
classic.
demo.
Yeah.
Live demo move. Maybe we've been sitting in the room for too long.
We could, I guess, try to just like cancel it and the good old turn it off and put it on again.
Let's try that.
Yeah, that tends to help sometimes.
Welcome to Deep Sea Stories. I'm your riddle master for today. Your mission is to uncover the full story behind an intriguing situation. You can ask me yes or no questions to piece together what really happened. When you think you've solved the mystery, simply say, "I'm guessing now," followed by your solution. Here's the scenario. A man is found dead in the middle of a burnt forest. He is wearing a full wetsuit, flippers, and a scuba tank. You have 30 minutes to solve the riddle. Good luck.
Okay, so what do we have here? A man died in the middle of the burned forest.
You may ask yes or no questions to gather information or state your guess to solve the riddle.
Okay, so that's, I think, worth mentioning. What's happening here? We have the deafen or undeafen button, and what it's doing, it's basically cuts all communication from the agent, from the Fishjam agent, to Gemini. So the agent doesn't listen to our conversation and interrupt us as she just did. All right.
So
yeah,
it's
please.
it's interesting because right now, because we have kind of this multi-speaker setup, and so AI agents kind of tend to struggle with that if there's a lot of people in the room, sort of proactively filtering out what is not relevant to the agent and only responding. Like as humans, we know, like we respond well, ideally only when someone addresses us, and we don't like interrupt. But there's an alpha feature that we're working on at the moment. It's called proactive audio.
Yeah.
And so that is actually a way to basically tell the agent to only kind of respond in certain scenarios. And so that's something to watch out for. So in the future, we're really and kind of the amazing thing with native audio is that there is the audio understanding. So because we're not actually transcribing and going through text, we actually have kind of the whole context of all the audio, the emotion in your voice, the like excitement. And there's actually another, I think, alpha flag that is sort of the effective dialogue, where the agent can match sort of the excitement, or, if someone is like sad, the agent would kind of match sort of the tone and, like not be like super excited and active. And so I think that is where we're going with kind of the native audio, is to be more, kind of understanding of kind of the entire audio environment, which is very exciting. But for now, we kind of need to build it in to like deafen or undeafen the agent. Now, I want to try if you've built in some guardrails here. So I'm just going to undeafen the agent and just going to ask it, why did the scuba diver, end up dead in the forest?
I think we need.
Oh, you interrupted him.
I didn't acknowledge that you undeafened it. So sorry,
yeah.
you need to repeat.
Yes, I know my so why did the scuba diver end up dead in the forest?
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes or no questions.
Yeah, that's the guardrail kicking in.
There we go. The guardrails are working. Okay, let me ask. Did the scuba diver die of a natural death?
Oh wait, the agent's deafened right now. There we go.
Oh, did the scuba diver die of a natural death?
The scuba diver did not die of a natural death.
Okay.
So yeah, one thing I wanted to actually go back to was that you mentioned the alpha feature on the proactive dialogue, and I'm pretty sure we actually use it here. It's actually like it does help a lot, because when you like say something like small, then it will ignore it usually, and sometimes will also like sometimes I believe that the proactive dialogue also makes it like kind prompt on its own. Like it will start talking not only when talked to, but yeah, sometimes it's just the defen is helpful anyway. For example, in this scenario, because when we talk with each other, we also sometimes ask like yes or no questions to the story, and that's like much harder to kind of filter out than just like normal small talk. Like, so yeah, that's kind of one of the things I wanted to go back to, was that the proactive dialogue is pretty cool, and yeah, we want to see it probably go into beta and then into stable.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's actually something we had prepared for a question that you actually mentioned. So the audio is actually not transcribed. So the model gets fed with actually like the waveform, right? And then it interprets it on its own. So that's actually quite impressive, because like when you also mentioned like the setting the tone. So one of the things that we've been thinking on like how we can improve the experience of the game was the storyteller was a bit too enthusiastic about the stories about, you know, someone being found dead in the forest, for example. So she was like full of life and so happy, saying the words that, you know, we're giving this uncanny valley to you, kinda. And so there is, we could actually tweak it by actually prompting her to, you know, set the tone otherwise. So that's actually quite impressive that she can get like the audio, then interpret it to set her own tone and adjust it, right? So that's quite impressive.
Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. So it's interesting if you've kind of played around with Gemini 3 sort of in general, the model, it has really good multimodal understanding capabilities. So it can actually understand audio incredibly well. And, you know, that's kind of all the nuances. And even, you know, so like say you have a recording of multiple speakers in multiple different languages, the model is actually able to distinguish between like who are the different speakers. If they introduce themselves, so that, you know, say like, hey, I'm Thor, the model actually knows, okay, this person is Thor. And so it's like able to like transcribe and label kind of the different speakers. But then also it kind of can listen out for emotions. It actually can, even if there's like speakers recorded like talking over each other, you know, depending how good the quality of the audio is, it is able to understand it as well. And so right now, I mean, the Live API is you know, kind of a whole nother level. So Gemini 3 is, you know, broadly sort of asynchronous. You give it a chunk of recorded audio, and it can sort of understand everything and give you kind of, you know, the answers back. But here, you know, with the real-time native audio, we actually need to do kind of all of that like in real time. And so right now that is still in preview, but we're actually working on the first kind of Gemini 3 based native audio model. And so once that is going to come out, I think we're going to see a pretty big jump again in terms of like the understanding and the context and following those instructions even more closely.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting, because especially like for what we're doing here, that would be very helpful to be able to, for example, listen to multiple people at once and then just respond to them in succession.
Yeah,
it's hard to do even for like humans, right? It's not that easy to listen to multiple people at once. Actually, it's probably impossible. Yeah, but actually we're getting a bit sidetracked when I see that the timer is ticking down, so we can probably ask more questions. Actually play the game. Wait, so I'll definitely the agent, and I don't know if anyone has a question. If not, then I'll think of something.
All right. So did the man intend to be in the forest?
The man did not intend to be in the forest.
Okay.
Was the forest fire started by a human?
The full story does not disclose the cause of the forest fire.
Oh. So do you know if the forest fire was an accident?
The full story does not provide that detail.
Huh. She's so exact.
Yeah.
Okay, so we we don't know. So we don't know why the forest fire. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we should focus on like why was a scuba diver?
In the forest.
No, so like why was he even like
Yeah, there.
was the scuba diver diving like close by? Is there a lake or something?
That information is irrelevant.
How so?
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes
Yeah.
or no questions.
Isn't she lovely? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So did the man wanted to go to the forest?
The man did not want to go to the forest.
Oh, was he dumped there after his death?
No, the man was not dumped there after his death.
But
So-
was he dumped there?
Yes, the man was dropped there.
Okay, so he was dropped there right before his death, right?
Yes, he was dropped there right before his death.
Yeah.
So could we assume that he died because he's got dropped?
It is consistent to assume that.
Okay.
Oh, so he fell from height, and that's what caused the death.
Yes, he was fell from a height.
That was interesting. Okay, so he fell.
Did he fall out of, say, a helicopter?
The full story does not specify the type of aircraft.
Oh. So that was kind of a slip
a
up
bit,
there.
yeah, a bit of a
So
slip.
he fell off of a flying object that was flying over the forest.
Yes, that is consistent.
So was the flying object that was going over the forest, was it there because of the forest fire?
Yes, the flying object was there because of the forest fire.
Okay, I think I have a theory.
Yeah.
So when I want to solve it, do I just say, oh, what was it?
I'm guessing now.
Yeah, I can say sometimes you don't even like have to say it. It's usually
okay.
if you're like spot on, like Gemini will
Okay.
say that you've got it.
Okay, I'm Gemini. I'm guessing now. I think there was a forest fire, so the aircraft to like extinguish the forest fire went into a nearby lake and picked up the scuba diver accidentally, and then dropped him down, while trying to extinguish the forest fire. Oh no!
That's the proactive audio, maybe. Yeah.
Is that correct, Gemini? Is that correct?
That is correct. The man was diving in the ocean near the coast. A massive forest fire was raging nearby. A firefighting plane scooped up a load of water from the ocean to dump on the fire. The diver was accidentally scooped up along with the water and dropped from a great height onto the burning forest. Thank you for playing Deep Sea Stories. Perdonning een end.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
a bit of flair at the end.
Huh.
Flexing on us. Because I couldn't understand that.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, nice.
Nice. Yeah, that was spot on.
That's really awesome. Actually, are these stories hard coded? Like, are they in the GitHub repository? I know you made this open source, the demo, right?
Yeah, they're in the GitHub repo. We had an initial idea of like using an LLM to generate the stories and then feeding those stories to the live demo, but that's a bit more like risky. So we were decided to not go with that because you don't know what it will generate, and we didn't want to freestyle it completely.
Yeah. No,
But
that's
it is
fair.
possible. Like it works. We checked it, and it's definitely possible to generate a story with an LLM, especially with like Gemini 3 or any newer LLM. They're pretty good at it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I've done that setup as well, where it's like basically you use like Gemini 3 Flash to
yeah,
come up. So I've built with the Live API. I've built like the Taboo game,
yeah.
where you have to like explain words.
Without
S-
using a list of predefined words. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I basically use Gemini 3 Flash to come
Mm-hmm.
up with the word and the taboo
Mm-hmm.
words, and then I initiate the Live API session
Yeah.
to then guess the word, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Yeah, it's a good idea for a game as well. Taboo is like pretty nice. Like yeah, it's kind of cool how basically any kind of word games that you play where someone like knows more than other people, you can play now kind of with an AI, and they're pretty good at it.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to ask because I mean maybe for people that aren't familiar with like
Hmm.
the Gemini Live API, so the Gemini Live API is kind of a bidirectional WebSocket API that allows us to do it's multimodal as well. So we could actually as well feed in an image.
Hmm.
So like the maximum frame rate at the moment is kind of 1 frame per second.
Hmm.
But so we could take basically slices of the video feed or what have you, and we could feed that in as context as well, because the model that is running behind it, so we call it kind of the native audio model. It's funny because it's both native audio, but it's also multimodal, so it can understand text, it can understand imagery as
Hmm.
well. And so on the back channel, we can receive the audio bytes as well as text as
Hmm.
well, right? So there's like function calling built in as well, so we can do tool calling kind of over that's coming over sort of the text channel. But then, so you kind of have this like WebSocket API, so that's sort of where you connect your server to the Gemini API. But then you still kind of need that, broadcasting infrastructure, and that's sort
Yeah.
of exactly where Fishjam comes in. It's really neat, actually. If you haven't, check out the blog post. There's like code snippets in there as well. With here you can use it, even with TypeScript. It's really straightforward to like set up the agent, set up the room, kind of get the feeds going.
Hmm.
And the great thing is, for that kind of scalable sort of real-time media infra connection. So it's sort of using WebRTC, and WebRTC is something that isn't as straightforward to work with normally, and so that's really kind of where Fishjam comes in. And so I'd love to hear sort of what's the infra side of Fishjam. I know you also maintain like the Elixir WebRTC framework. I think it's called Membrane.
Yeah.
Is that sort of what Fishjam is built on?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Fishjam is infra is basically kind of came from Membrane, and it was part of one of the factors that kind of pushed Membrane to become what it is today, because we needed features that weren't available in old versions of Membrane, so it kind of drove the development of that. And yeah, our infrastructure, like the main code that is responsible for negotiating WebRTC sessions, or like being able to kind of translate WebSockets to WebRTC and split the media to multiple people, control who gets what and sees what. That's all in Elixir, because yeah, we're basically, as Software mentioned, we like Elixir and we use it a lot. So yeah, that's what we chose for the job, and I would say that we're pretty happy with it right now. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
nice. Yeah, if you're not familiar with Software Mention,
yeah.
they are actually amazing. They maintain a lot of open source work and frameworks, not just kind of on the React Native side, React side, but also on the Elixir side. I've had the good fortune to work with y'all in various different capacities, and like app.js Conf as well. Really cool stuff. So really excited to be partnering here on the Gemini Live side, which is awesome. And then the other thing that's really cool here is kind of the sort of selective forwarding, right?
Yep.
So basically, because we have multiple, actually, how many players can we have like simultaneously in the room?
So in this room, we can have at most 4. That's kind of the hard cap we put on the game. Above that, there's like multiple issues, of which like one that isn't an issue is Fishjam. Like we can support more people, but it's kind of hard to play with like 10 people. It's hard to make a UI for it. It's just a lot of stuff that we didn't want to push. And 4, it seems to be some sort of industry standard in multiplayer games. So that's kind of what we went for.
Yeah, but so the cool thing is, actually, I don't know if you could see it. Maybe we can play another story in a bit.
Yeah,
but so you can see that there's like a green frame on like the hot speaker. And so I think you're doing kind of some VAD logic actually on the Fishjam side. Maybe can you talk a little bit about how sort of that piece works?
Yeah, sure. So in Fishjam, like actually on the Elixir side, we've got a service that implements the VAD logic. For some of you that don't know, VAD stands for voice activation detection. I think,
or like
right? Something like that. But it actually detects whether someone is talking or not. So we've used that module to implement this kind of talking stick behavior in this game. So for the model to make it easy to just listen to one person, the first person who speaks gets the talking stick, the green border, right? So then AI only listens to the voice of the person that actually is talking right now. So when I stop talking, you can take the talking stick when you speak up, and it's done automatically. Yeah.
Nice.
It was pretty simple kind of algorithm, but it works really well. So we're quite happy with it, the way it worked.
Yeah, I think the initial idea was to spawn a Gemini agent per user in the game, and it turned out to be a complete mess because when someone asked the question to the agent, the other person didn't hear it, but there were
or like agents would talk over each other. There was a lot of stuff to work out at it.
So
that sounds fun. Do you have a recording of that?
I don't think we do. Maybe we might have something, but yeah, it's gonna be hard. Definitely, I won't be able to pull it up like right now.
But
yeah. Should we play another story or
what's
sure. Yeah, we can go ahead.
Let me see what time we have. I think we still have a little bit of time for some more questions.
Yeah, we can.
I think we can
play now and ask questions later, I guess.
Sure. I'm fine with that. Actually, I'm ready for the next game.
So yeah, let's go ahead and.
I brought my popcorn.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna go with the light switch.
Sure. Yep. Check it out. Tell me, Gemini, what is the light switch?
Welcome to Deep Sea Stories. I'm your riddle master for today. Your mission is to uncover the full story behind an intriguing situation. You can ask me yes or no questions to piece together what really happened. When you think you've solved the mystery, simply say, "I'm guessing now," followed by your solution. Here's the scenario. A man turned off the light and went to sleep. The next morning, he woke up, looked out the window, saw tremendous devastation. You have 30 minutes to solve the riddle. Good luck.
Wow.
Yep.
Did the light switch cause the tremendous devastation?
Yes, turning off the light directly caused the devastation.
Oh, maybe that was the main switch for all the TPUs.
That was an expensive switch, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes or no questions.
Okay.
Okay, but now you can really nicely see the green border around it. And like if I keep talking, even though you can hear them, the agent won't be able to hear them.
Yeah.
So You don't want to play this with people that just keep talking.
Yeah. People who just draw on and on and on. You can't play with them.
But yeah, let's deafen the agent.
But I think we could actually see a bit of the proactive audio in that kind of segment where we were just like talking to each other, and none of it sounded too much like part of the game, so the agent just ignored it completely.
Yeah.
Which is pretty helpful.
Okay. Simple yes or no. The light.
Yeah, and also going, ask.
So the switch was just a normal light switch?
No, it was not a normal light switch.
But it was also a light switch?
Yes, it was a light switch.
But it wasn't just a light switch. It also switched something else.
Yes, the switch controlled something beyond a typical light.
Did it control multiple lights? Did the light switch control multiple lights?
No, it did not control multiple lights.
Okay, so it controlled one light and then something else that caused the devastation.
That is consistent with the story, but does not identify the core cause. Consider what the tremendous devastation entailed.
Was it some sort of nuclear bomb or explosion or something of that kind?
No, the devastation was not caused by a nuclear bomb or explosion.
Was the devastation something like flooding?
No, the devastation was not flooding.
Was what kind of devastation was it?
Did the devastation affect many people?
Yes, the devastation affected many people.
What kind of devastation is it? Is it some sort of disease that was released?
No, the devastation was not a disease.
How do we find out what's the devastation? Can you tell me?
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes.
Okay, maybe we can deafen her for a moment. Okay, perfect. All right, so how can a lack of light actually cause a devastation? Are there some situations in which it's so important?
I might know some situations.
Oh yeah, so it was but she said it was a light switch, but also switched something else, right? Or was that?
She said that it's not a typical light switch, but actually it
Ah.
just controlled one light.
Oh. So the devastation killed a lot of people. But what was the cause of death? Was the lack of light the cause of the devastation?
Yes, the lack of light was the cause.
Was the light in a hospital?
No, the light was not in a hospital.
Was it controlling street lights?
No, the switch was not controlling streetlights.
I think somewhere above where we asked. That's not fighting me a bit with the scroll, but I believe it said that it was only one light, so it had to be some important light for it to cause devastation. I'm gonna find it right now.
So the lack of light was the cause. of the devastation.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people died. What else can we ask? Do you have any ideas?
Yeah. So was the light in an unpopulated area?
Yes, the light was in an unpopulated area.
So the lack of light, is it because people couldn't see and then that was the cause of devastation?
Yes, you have guessed correctly. The man was a lighthouse keeper. By turning off the light before going to sleep during a storm,
Oh, that was
Oh
jumped
no.
the gun a bit.
Yeah, she slept hard this time.
Yeah, that was a big one. I mean, yeah, that's the game ended. Yeah,
I was about to give you a clue that there may be a hint in the name of the game, but
yeah.
but she
Ah.
decided to go all the way this time.
Yeah. Wow, I wasn't expecting that one. That was
That was strange. Because I didn't actually guess.
yeah, that was
Okay, there's definitely
weird.
something we need to explore why that happened.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I think like the whole prompt. I think it's in the public rep, right? With the
yeah, you
examples. So
can.
I think the rails we've put up was like the system prompt that we've talked about.
Yeah,
Is that do not spill the story,
yeah.
and just
All caps.
yeah, all caps. Yeah, the prompting, the guardrails, and the whole tone was really fun, especially like telling her, "Do not be so enthusiastic. You are
Yeah.
speaking about serious situations."
So, yeah, the prompt it's like pretty long, but not too long. So anyone who's interested can kind of just go into the repo and see what it's like. I would say pretty
Gotcha.
reasonable. But yeah, it definitely can be obviously improved on.
Yeah, sure. I think since we have a pretty good time
Mhm.
with both of the games, we can have a quick Q and
Just chat,
A's.
yeah.
Yeah, quick Q and A's section, and then maybe we can play the last game
Sure.
after that.
Yeah.
So, does the chat has some questions for us?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yeah.
I see plenty tada emojis and a ship.
Yeah. But, but yeah, also one thing that I want to actually go back to was that Thor, you said that now the Gemini Live API has some multimodal capabilities where you can, I guess, okay, it had from the beginning because you could always use text and audio, but now video is kind of coming in where you can send images like once per second. And yeah, that's something that we found very cool. I'm pretty sure it's very recent that capability, and yeah, we're working on integrating with it right now at Fishjam because we want to make some cool stuff with it, basically, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we're hoping to see more video come. Oh, we're kind of excited to see live video capabilities coming. Could you like kind of spill a bit if it's on the horizon for stuff like actually like live like generating video, for example, in a
Mm.
timely fashion? Because like right now I'm pretty sure there's only like video input and kind of, it can tell you what's on the video and stuff like that, but it can't like add stuff to the video or anything like that. Is there
Yeah,
any possibility for that?
that's correct. No, so at the moment, video is only an input capability. So the Live API can't currently generate kind of real-time video. It's definitely something that we're exploring. I mean, generally, if you know kind of the Gemini sort of model ecosystem, and you know, there's a lot of models sort of in the gen media side. You know, VO obviously is generating video with audio together as well. Nano Banana is you know, generating images, editing images, and so yes, the you know, natural progression of that is that eventually we will be able to generate kind of real-time video feeds as well, and you know, probably the Live API is a good mechanism to kind of make that happen. Probably, you know, the first sort of use of this or use case is probably kind of the live avatar, right? Because we have sort of the native audio, so we have the audio understanding, and then you know, we could have kind of the live avatar sort of rendering that, and you know, the lip syncing, the facial expressions in that. I can't give you any sort of timeline for that. Timelines are, you know, incredibly fluctuating. There's a lot of launches coming down the pipe, though, in general, kind of across the entire Gemini ecosystem. So yeah, I think like if you aren't following, you know, my Twitter or like Google AI Devs, I definitely recommend doing that. There is, yeah, a lot of features, you know, not just for you, kind of for your applications, but also for like building applications. You know, obviously Gemini 3 now is very good at like writing code as well. So kind of, you know, anti-gravity and sort of the code assisting capabilities. But yeah, we're working kind of across the board. And so that is just very exciting right now, being in the Gemini ecosystem. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And we spoke about what's on the horizon, but how do you see audio AI evolving in the next few years, like personally?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I think, I mean, audio is just such a, well, speech in general, right? It's just such a natural way for us to communicate. And so, you know, the fact that we're like tapping on our phones or like, you know, on the keyboard, it doesn't really make sense, obviously. But you know, the sort of the capabilities of the machines really understanding kind of what we want and what we're expressing in speech. I think that is now sort of really starting to happen, and I think we'll see voice very quickly become sort of a very, you know, central user interface, and you know, we'll be, you know, creating coding with our voice. We'll just be talking to our machines. I think the glasses as well, you know, these are like a form factor that's now coming that with real-time voice vision. It's just very natural, right? Like if you're sort of like cycling and like you want to send an email, you know, you'll just say like, oh, hey Gemini, like send an email to this person, or like you fire off like a coding task, like while you're, you know, on your bike and just talking to your gadget. And I think that will happen very quickly, but I think then we'll probably also see like voice sort of very quickly disappear. And sort of, you know, we're seeing interfaces now already, like the sub vocalization interfaces. So it feels like mind reading, but the thing is, like when you think of things, actually your vocal cords, like they swing kind of subconsciously. And so there are some like really cool startups out there that are sort of exploring this interface as well. And so I think it's quite interesting because, you know, obviously with voice you have the issue that like if you're in a crowded space where it's like very noisy, that interface just won't work, and then you're back to typing. And so yeah, I think we'll see it become very, very relevant and then probably very quickly disappear, and then we just think and it happens. At least that's sort of my my future vision. Yeah.
I mean, that does sound really like, it sounds very futuristic, that's for sure. Like just think something and, you know, basically interact with something just by thinking. That's pretty cool. That's like as cool as it gets, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like for me, like I think especially the sending emails while riding a bike
Mm.
resonated with me, because often as I was riding the bike in summer, I was like, okay, I'm riding for 30-ish kilometers, I'm gonna
Yeah.
call someone. And right now I could even do my like office stuff, like sending emails or talking to my accountant if I
Yeah.
remember something. Yeah, that's sounds great.
Yeah. It's quite funny how like Google Glass was just so ahead of its time, you know? It's like it's if I think back, I was an intern at Google like 11 years ago,
Mhm.
and I remember back then, Google Glass was like the thing, and that this was like 11 years ago. So
Yeah, it's pretty
um,
crazy.
it's just crazy how like timing is just everything. But I think now with like yeah, Gemini and like voice capabilities and Glass has actually become a really really cool interface. And um, I've done a demo as well where like I used the Gemini Live API with the like Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah.
So they actually opened up the SDK now, which is pretty cool. Actually, you should probably do one with Fishjam as well. I think it's fairly
Yeah.
straightforward to like just pipe the audio, because the audio device is actually just a Bluetooth device connected to the
Mhm.
phone. And then you can just tap into the video stream and like forward that
Oh.
to the room. So that could be a pretty cool demo. There was actually a viral demo where someone connected the Gemini Live API to their like OpenClaw
Uh-oh.
agent, and
Yeah.
basically was just like they were looking at something and they're like, oh, can you please help me order, like I'm running out of this drink, can you please help me order
Yeah.
this? And like basically Gemini Life identified. So Gemini Life also has like the Google search
Option.
capability.
Yeah, yeah.
So it can actually like search kind of in real time for information. So it can identify the product, and then it can like search, okay, where's the product available?
Mhm.
And then sort of, instruct OpenClaw to basically
Correct.
order that
Yeah.
in the background. And so yeah, pretty wild times.
Yeah, that's pretty wild actually.
Yeah, that's actually really exciting. Like I even saw that they made like social media for
Oh yeah.
OpenClaw, so
Oh yeah.
the models just talk with each other. Like, what do they do on someone's phone or something? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
just talking to each other. So I think we have time like perfect 10 minutes for the last game. What do you think, guys?
You wanna play?
Yeah. Were there any more questions in the chat? I
Oh.
didn't. I
Oh
didn't
yeah, I
catch.
didn't see them.
All right.
It doesn't seem like any questions regarding the stream.
Cool.
I see that there's Patrick Bassini asking some, or like talking about his experience with Fishjam, but I think we can actually
Nice.
come back to him after the stream because it's a bit of like a sidetrack, I guess.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah.
Maybe one question for you, kind of, what's
Yeah.
next in the software mention ecosystem? I mean, I know you're like working across like React Native Execute Torch as
Mhm.
well, and like running models locally, like on device, which I think is very exciting, especially when you have your glasses now, and then
Mhm.
you have your phone, for example, to run sort of a local LLM, and that sort of hybrid interaction
Mhm.
could be really cool. But yeah, no, what's coming in Fishjam, React Native Execute Torch, anything exciting I should be aware of?
So yeah, one of the things
Think
that we're doing like multiple things at once, of course, but one of the things that's like I guess the closest to me and like what I'm interested in is we're working a bit on integrating with Smelter, which is one of our other products. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's basically like a toolkit for um, live compositing video. So
Nice.
it's basically like server side OBS, which you
Yeah.
can control from your backend or whatnot. And yeah, we're looking into kind of branching out to also adding those kind of features to Fishjam, where you can just compose programmatically some sort of live streams and whatnot. And yeah, it's really I'd say it's pretty unique, and it's a very one of the things I'm kind of excited for in the upcoming. We'll see.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool actually if you could have like a Gemini agent like
Yeah.
sitting there and then like managing your live stream,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, pulling in the video and like making
Exactly.
it full screen.
Yeah, there's like the guys at Smelter are kind of working on a demo where they basically like, you know, instruct an agent to kind of create layouts and edit them. It's
Nice.
pretty cool. And yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's basically what we were thinking of. Like, what would be the coolest demo of this kind of product we could have? So, like, you can put multiple streams into one. Then you can add some dynamic overlays. So, for example, if you're streaming like a football match, you could
change
put
the
on
score.
like you could like put on a score. Then like maybe some like the names of the players on the bottom,
Stats.
stats. Then you could change some scenes, a different camera angle, and on top of that, maybe not in a football match scenario, but you can also put on shaders on that. So you can write some shaders and then use it to basically any video that you can use in Smelter. And some time ago, we've even created like a game. It was called Pufferfish that basically displayed the end result of the Smelter processing was an aquarium, and people joined the game with their phones, and their head were popping up on the screen on the aquarium as pufferfish. So they were bucking up their lips, and the fish were
nice.
not exploding but inflating, yes, and
Nice.
just bumping from each other.
And I believe for that we also kind of integrated with Google, but not with the Gemini, but with MediaPipe, I believe.
MediaPipe.
We use MediaPipe to detect the mouth pucker.
The mouth,
That's awesome. Yeah. No, it's great. That's really cool. Yeah, exciting. No, very, very excited to kind of keep up with what you're working on. It's
we're
really
always
neat.
like working on the kind of local side of AI, which is kind of what we're mainly interested in terms of like actually developing. So yeah, React Native Executor is our like main focus in that regard. And yeah, the guys there have a cool app called Private Mind, which is basically like a
Oh yeah.
local,
I have that on my phone actually.
It's getting better with each day, and we'll see
Nice.
what they come up with for that.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Should we try another story?
Yeah, let's try another story. Kind of. Which one do we want?
We want the
easy one.
Okay, so maybe the expensive photo.
Expensive photo. Okay, sure. Sounds interesting.
Welcome to
Oh, would you look at that? Did we interrupt?
Have we? I think we've interrupted it.
Yeah.
Hey, could you speak up?
Welcome to Deep Sea Stories. I'm your riddle master for today. Your mission is to uncover the full story behind an intriguing situation. You can ask me yes or no questions to piece together what really happened. When you think you've solved the mystery, simply say, "I'm guessing now," followed by your solution. Here's the scenario. A woman took a photograph of a beautiful sunset over the ocean. Because she took the photo, she was kidnapped. You have 30 minutes to solve the riddle. Good luck.
Oh, funnily enough, this reminds me kind of so like in Singapore, I used to live in Singapore for a while, and like there's certain restricted like government areas where there's like a poster where it's like you're not allowed to take any photos. So I'm like, did she take a photo of like a restricted secret government facility and got kidnapped because of that?
Oops, yeah, sorry. I think I misclicked there.
Yeah, we need
She didn't take a photo of a restricted secret.
Of like a restricted government area, maybe?
No, she did not take a photo of a restricted government area.
Was it because she actually took the picture, like having a picture was forbidden?
Yes, having the picture taken was forbidden.
Why though?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes or no questions.
Why though?
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes or no questions.
Pretty please.
Alright. So
Forbidden. Was it forbidden because of the wildlife around it?
It was not forbidden because of the wildlife around it.
was the woman on some sort of a trip?
Yes, the woman was on a trip.
So she wasn't native to the area.
Yes, that is correct.
Was she kidnapped? Was she kidnapped by something native to the area?
She was not kidnapped by something native to the area.
Oh, was she kidnapped by humans?
Yes, she was kidnapped by humans.
Was she kidnapped by more than one human?
Yes, she was kidnapped by more than one human.
Was she alone?
No, she was not alone.
Did she know the kidnappers?
No, she did not know the kidnappers.
Anyone in the chat have any ideas?
Yeah, for questions.
I'm sorry, I can only answer yes or no questions.
Right. I think we have a huge delay on the YouTube stream, so we're gonna wait for the yes,
Yeah.
but I think we need to move forward actually.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately, YouTube doesn't use WebRTC or Fishjam, so it's a bit slower.
um,
Waiting.
okay.
Sure, yeah.
Was
go.
was the was the woman on sea?
Yes, the woman was on the sea.
did she photograph some military equipment?
No, she did not photograph military equipment.
Did she got kidnapped because someone learned that she took a photo?
Yes, she was kidnapped because someone learned that she took a photo.
Should have turned off the flash.
Did did she got kidnapped because she forgot to turn off the flash?
Yes, that is correct. The woman was on an ocean cruise in an area known for piracy. The passengers had been explicitly instructed to turn off all flash photography at dusk so as not to alert pirates to their location. She forgot to disable her automatic flash. The bright flash drew the attention of nearby pirates, who approached the ship and took over. She was kidnapped by the pirates. Thank you for playing.
Thank you as well.
Thank you too.
Okay, I guess
Yeah.
Gemini knew that we're on the clock, so she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
I was
wrap-
I was like,
actually
wrap
yeah,
this
you
up."
got most of the details right. So
yeah, but I didn't want to like spill too much of the story, but like your guess was actually so right. Was enough for Gemini to end the game.
Nice. This was fun. Thank you. Thanks so much for building with Gemini and like just really pushing it to the limits. I think we learned a lot here.
yeah. Well, thank you for coming. And yeah, it was also cool that we were able to immediately test the newest version of the newest Gemini Live API model, which helped us a lot because actually that kind of bumped from the previous one, which was from September, to the newest one, which is from December. Really helped us in terms of like making the game actually enjoyable and playable, which is
Nice.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I can when the Gemini 3 based version is available. So hopefully it'll be even more fun then.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you guys for being with us today. Check out the link in the description to the article we've mentioned during the stream. There is a whole story about how we created the Fishjam agents and how we created the game, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you want to play the game, the link is also, I think, in the description, but it's at deepsea.fishjam.io. And thank you once again. Thank you for watching us and being with us.
Thank you.
And once again, thank you, Thor.
No, thank you.